definitely
Yeah,
make it happen.
exactly. How about your first Pride? Let's hear about that.
So yeah, I lived in a very conservative country. I lived in Chile for most of my younger years,
Sure.
and there wasn't a lot of pride events. Everything was very underground. Um, I just remember seeing on television the first pride parades that started happening, and I remember hearing all the comments from people around me, saying, "Oh my God, can you imagine if we see somebody we know at the parade?" Like, because
Yeah,
it was in the news, right? It's like, what if we see somebody we know? Like it was so shameful that I always had that like stigma about pride growing up.
sure.
That I was always kind of like, as like you were saying, as I was coming to terms with who I am, and back in the day, it was hard for me. So I never really participated until I
Mm,
moved to the States. When I moved to the States, that's when I decided to start living, to really come out and start living my life as an out and proud gay man.
mhm.
And I was living in Chapel Hill in North Carolina, and there were like pride, like coming out of the closet day. There were like different things at the university, but I never really participated in an actual pride parade or a
Sure.
festival until actually last year. Last year was the
Wow.
first time that I went. So, but well, in my 40s was the first time that my husband and I decided to join Pride here near where we live. So, Central Maine Pride, that's the name of the organization. They organize this Pride. It's a festival, really. It's not really a parade. Every year during June, here in a little town called Waterville,
Mhm.
and yeah, that was the first time that we went together. It was great to to meet the community. It's a local thing, so it's very different from your story, right? So you're talking about floats and parades and thousands of people. I am talking about maybe hundreds of people tops, vendors,
Yeah, but
more
that's
like.
just as important, Christian.
But yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Is like there's so many different ways of celebrating Pride,
Sure.
and it was just, yeah, I felt good. It felt good, like I was saying earlier, being among community,
Yeah,
meeting people. It's mostly a lot of younger people, but still, it's nice to just know that you're in a safe space. That people that are there to
sure.
support you, that are on your same or similar paths than you are, and just seeing immense amount of diversity is just so beautiful.